Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Much respect to the brothers out there preaching and teaching the truth worldwide across the four corners of the earth. Peace and salutations to the Akim and Aqua that might be listening to this lesson. I'm coming forth today with a lesson on tomorrow is not promised. Just kind of go into it before I hit the scriptures. There's we don't know when we're gonna leave here. Tomorrow is not promised. It said it in the word that tomorrow is not promised. So we have to do today and not leave for tomorrow the things that we know that we should do today. There's so many times before getting into this truth that I would just say, well, I could do it tomorrow, or tomorrow I'm going to do this, and so on and so forth. But knowing that tomorrow is not promised, we have to make sure that we're doing what we can do right now, because we know that we're in the last days also. So we have to make sure that we're doing the things that we can do right now, storing up our treasures in the kingdom and not worrying about this wicked place that we're in right now, this modern day Babylon, this modern day Egypt, this modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. We're not concerned about this place here, but we're concerned about our salvation. So what we're doing is we're going to make sure that we're righteous in everything that we do. We're going to make sure that we're, following the law, statutes, and commandments. We're going to make sure that we're doing the works that we're supposed to be doing and not putting off those works, not putting, off Yahweh Shem Yahushai for our own desires of our flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because that can happen. And we can end up wasting time thinking that we have another day, or we have another couple of days, or we have months to do a task that Yahweh Shem Yahshua told us to do today. So let's lead off with Proverbs 27:1. And it reads, it says, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. So we're not waiting till tomorrow to do what we know that we need to do today. It's all about making time and putting Yahweh Shem Yahushua first. It's not about what we want to do. It's his will being done. Because if you think about it, that's how we can end up losing out on a blessing. That's how we can end up being in a place of want and not having our needs met, even though he's going to meet our needs regardless. But you might be in need of something in particular, and he's going to make you wait because you don't put him first. You are too busy trying to do things unto your own understanding, thinking that you have more time when we don't. We have to use this time wisely. And when I say use this time wisely, let's go to John 9:4. John 9:4, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking, and it says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. So we need to work while we can work, you know, while we're able to do the things that we're capable of doing. Because when those last days come, when or when Yahweh Shem Yahushua shuts us down, we're not gonna be able to work. And then, you know what I'm saying, what do we have stored up? You know, as far as the things that we have uh, supposed to have completed, as far as our tasks from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, what have we completed? Not necessarily stored up. What have we completed? If he asks us to do things, we need to make sure that we complete those tasks, because you know we have but a short time left, and if we too busy wasting time, uh, then we're not going to be able to complete the task that he has for us, and that is to preach the word. We're supposed to preach the word because we have the word in us. We have it, so we don't. We want to make sure that we spread the word that we have, and continue to do the work while we have time. Wise daytime, you know what I'm saying? While we have that moment, you know what I'm saying, and not being shut down by, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, either shutting us down or just not being here. You know, Jacob's trouble is at hand, so we know that there's going to be a famine of the word, as well as it's going to be a famine of food. So that means that we're going to be shut down as far as what we're going to be able to preach and teach. So while we got time, we need to be about our Father's business. And, you know, being about our Father's business, we can't be out here just making excuses. Oh, well, you know, uh, I got this to do, so I'm gonna make sure I do this first, and then once I do this, then you know I'm gonna preach the word. Or uh, uh, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well, so when I get well, I'm a preach the word. Or I'm just tired, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna preach the word tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? All these excuses that we can make, but we know that that's not conducive to us being what we need to be for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Let's go to Luke 9, 59 and 62. Luke 9, 59 and 62. I'm going to read a little bit further up. I'm going to start at 57. And it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yahushua said unto him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. And he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Yahushua said unto him, Let the dead bury their dead, Salakia, but go thou and preach the kingdom of Yahweh. And another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me go first. Salakia, let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. And Yahweh Shah said unto him, No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh. So those are examples of excuses being made when Yahweh Shah said to preach his word, to preach the word. If you worried about burying your family, if you're worried about going to bid someone farewell, or if you're worried about any other thing, you know what I'm saying, you don't have time for that. if you're going to preach the word, if you're going to be in this, and Yahushua even said at the end, he said, no man having put his hand on the plow, to the plow, and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh. So if you are doing the work, you don't have time to be looking back, trying to figure out what happened, yesterday. You have to do it right now because tomorrow's not promised. This is a blessing that we have amongst ourselves to do this work, and it's something that we should take not for granted, but understand that we should be thankful and have gratitude unto Yahweh Shem Yahshua for allowing us to have the Spirit upon us to do the lessons that we do, to preach the word. You know what I'm saying? On the highways and byways to just have the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? There's many. There's 2/3 even of Israel that don't have it. That are not going to get it, and we do. We're of the hopeful elect, and we're hopeful that we'll continue to have it, but we can lose it. He can take it from us if we're not abiding by the things that we need to do. If we're not, using those gifts that He's given us, to do this work, and to make sure that we, show, that we love Him, uh, by keeping the commandments first. But if we love Him, we're gonna feed the sheep. As He spoke to Peter, He said, uh, "Do you love me?" You know what I'm saying? And he said, he kept saying yes. You know what I'm saying? And he was also, after the third time, he was kind of, getting agitated, and he said, yes, I love you. And he said, well, if you love me, feed my sheep. So there's so many, sheep that need to be, preached to, you know, those that are coming into the truth, they need to be girded up. They need to have that wisdom and knowledge given to them in order for them to be strengthened, and we just need to be preaching and teaching because we have it, because we have that understanding, why keep it to ourselves? What good is that? That's just like having money but never spending it. You just want to say that you have it, that's not doing anybody any good. And then we don't want to be, like that, like those that are desiring of a thing and have it not because they're not willing to do the work. Uh, if you're familiar with Proverbs 13:4, it reads that the soul of the sluggard desireth and have nothing, but the soul of the diligent should be made fat. So we don't want that to be us. We don't want to desire to preach the word, desire to do the work, desire to have a better relationship, desire to have a prayer life, and then not have it because we're not doing anything to have it. We want to be like the diligent. That means that we're going out and doing the works, praying, having, even if we're not up to our own expectation, we're going to continue to pray, and we're going to continue to ask, of the words to say and the prayers to pray, because we want to be better at it. We want our relationship, and that's how our relationships gets better, and that's how we are given the things that we need through prayer. Through fasting, through meditating, meaning studying the word, that's how we're going to get better at it. And we're going to be made fat if we're doing the work and we're diligently seeking Him, not waiting, for something to happen, but we're doing it when we wake up in the morning. If He allows us to wait, we seeking Him early and being diligent in it, because we know that there's much work to be done, and also we need an abundance from Him. We want to be, made fat. We want to have an overflow, because if you want to have more than enough, than not enough. When it comes to this truth, we don't want to have that moment where we're needing uh, uh, maybe a scripture or maybe something that's gonna allow us to make it over that stumbling block, and then we not have it. So therefore we just gotta dive in each and every day once we wake up, thanking him just for the opportunity and chance to have to come to him, and just do the work throughout the day. And that way that uh, it won't be something you're in need of, or desire. You'll already have it. Because it also, and Proverbs is awesome, an awesome chapter to read because it gives you so much. uh, we're gonna go there for Proverbs 20:4 also. And once again, we're talking about the sluggard. That means that that lazy person. Uh, the sluggard, I mean, Salakia, Proverbs 20:4, and it reads, it says, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore, he beg and harvest and have nothing. Once again, we don't want to be that sluggard. We don't want to be when we're going preaching and teaching the truth, when we're making videos, when we're once again praying, we're praying for the necessities. We're praying for those things needed in order for us to continue to do the work first and foremost, but to also have it when the time comes in these last days in Jacob's trouble, or when they're trying to force uh, this Maxine, this Windows 19 that they got out there. You know, when those things are coming forth, we'll have the necessary strength and understanding and courage to go forth and not worry, not doubt or fear in those times. We'll have everything we need because we have, you know, strengthen ourselves by this word. We're strengthening ourselves by our prayers. We're strengthening ourselves by doing the works and continuing to, you know, strengthen our spirit, man, and not let our flesh cause us to be carnal and be lazy and be slowful and be, you know, that procrastinator in times that we know that we're supposed to be doing the work. And you know, to even place more into, you know, the statements that I was making. If you're doing, if Slakia, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You know, if you stay doing the things that you know you're supposed to do, you don't have to worry about, you know, not having. You don't have to worry about that you don't have enough. You don't have to worry about having to beg someone to help you because you're going to have it yourself. And we're going to go from there to James 4:17. And it reads, it says, therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is a sin. It is sin. So if you know what you need to do and you're not doing it, if you know that you need to, you know, bring forth lessons, if you know that you need to be preaching and teaching the word, if you know that you're supposed to be keeping the commandments and you're not doing those things, that's sin. You have knowledge of the righteous thing to do, and you still go against that for whatever reason. There is no excuse for that reason. If you go against it, then that's sin. And we know what sin is. Sin is transgression against the law. So the things that we're not doing, it will be what the law tells us to do. So if we're going against those things, then we know that we're not being faithful. We're not being true to this, but we're just filling a square. We're just doing, you know, what we feel like we're not doing it unconditionally. We're doing it with conditions. Somebody's watching it, so I'm gonna do my lessons, and I'm gonna preach the word while people are watching. But when they're not, I'm not even gonna pick up my Bible. I'm not even gonna you know pay attention to what I should be doing. And then when the time comes, it's just like you know uh, when uh, when I was in the service, when I served in the military, we would have to where we had to show that we understood what we had to do as far as whether it was with the chem suits that we had to wear, you know, or whatever the case may be. We had to don the mask. We had to do. Yeah. So if we wasn't practicing when the time came and it was actually real, uh, without us practicing, we wouldn't have been able to do what we needed to do. So uh, it's just like that in this word. We got to be practicing day in and day out. We have to make sure so when it's go time, when Jacob's trouble do actually hit its full potential as far as being at that time to where it's going to be everything happening at once, things that we never seen before, then we'll be ready for that because we've already built up our spirit man to the point to where it can be built up and not have that fear of what man is doing. We'll have that healthy fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and we'll know that he's going to bring us out of it. However, we need to be brought out of it. Whatever his will is going to be done in that time, and we're not going to have to even worry. We're not even going to have that in our heads to worry. We're going to just do and be able to hear from him what we need to do or what we don't need to do. There's going to be many that is going to be screaming, hollering, crying, and trying to figure out what to do. We'll have it because we've practiced, we've prayed, we've done the work, we've continued to ask of him for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and he's going to give it to us because we're going to have that faith. Our faith is going to be built up. Our faith is necessary, and the fear of him is necessary, and to know that he is who he say he is, and knowing that he's definitely capable of doing what we would deem impossible. He's going to make it possible. So we just have to continue to do the work and not procrastinate, not put off for tomorrow what we know that we need to do today, because we know once again tomorrow's not promised. And I'm going to end off with Ephesians 5:15 through 17. And it reads, it says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." We know we living in hell, so the days are evil. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. So we're going to be mindful of the circumstances and the consequences. We're not going to be fools and be walking around here just letting time go by without doing anything. We're going to be wise. And having that wisdom, we know that we have to continue to work out our salvation with fear and trembling each day. Redeeming the time. What I'm saying? We're going to make the most of what we have right now, because we don't have much time left. We're going to make the most of it by doing the righteous acts, because we know these days that we're in, these latter days, being where we're at, we know that the days, are evil, so we're not going to, we're not going to be unwise. Right now in these times, we're not going to be unwise, thinking that we have time left, that we have uh, many more years, that we're planning 20 years later, or we're planning to do things that are not gonna, help us in the times to come, because we already have knowledge that it's coming. Why 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 plan and do things contrary to that, and make it seem like you can just it'll be put off to you, like he's gonna do it for you personally. I'm gonna put it off. I'm gonna put off Jacob's trouble for Mitchell, or you know or or Michael, or whoever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it off. Because I like them, and I know they need more time. No, you need to be getting it as if this is your last day here, or getting it as if it's your last breath. We have to make sure that our mind is stayed upon Yahweh Shemel Shai and focused, because we don't have much time left. And that's where the understanding that, what the will of the Lord is, because we know his will is going to be done. And what his will is that, this place is going to be destroyed. This place is not gonna last much longer, especially under the rule that it's under the wicked, and knowing that so many prophecies have already come to pass, that we can't delay the actions that we know that we need to take. So we need to make sure that we're making the most of our time. We need to make sure that we're doing what we can right now, because tomorrow's not promised. So I pray that you were edified with this lesson. And once again, all praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, and on to the next one. Shalom.